Loki was never the villain. The original Norse myths. Everything you know about Loki is wrong. The movies made him Thor's jealous brother, a villain with a horned crown, hungry for a throne. But the Vikings who first told his stories knew a very different being. In the original myths, Loki is not Thor's brother. He is Odin's. In an age before the ages, the Allfather and the trickster mixed their blood and swore an oath of brotherhood. Odin swore he would never accept a drink at a feast, unless a drink was poured for Loki too. And in most of the old tales, Loki is no villain at all. He is the problem solver of the gods, the one they turn to when everything falls apart, the one who gave them their greatest treasures. So, how does a god like that end up bound in a cave, with venom dripping onto his face, waiting for the end of the world? This is the real story of Loki, from the pages of the ancient Eddas. To understand Loki, start with what he gave the gods. It began with a cruel prank. Loki cut off the golden hair of Sif, the wife of Thor, and to escape Thor's rage, he swore to fix it. The way he fixed it changed the fate of the gods forever. He went down to the dwarves, the master smiths of the underground, and provoked a contest between two rival families of craftsmen who could forge the greater treasures. From that contest came new hair of living gold, a spear that never missed its mark. Gungnir, the weapon of Odin himself, a ship that could be folded like cloth and carried in a pocket, a boar with bristles of light, a golden ring that dripped to 8 new rings every 9th night. And one thing more, a hammer called Mjolnir, the greatest weapon the gods would ever hold. The hammer of Thor exists because of Loki's mischief. Remember that the next time someone calls him nothing but a villain. The pattern repeats through the old stories. When a mysterious builder offered to raise the walls of Asgard in a single winter, demanding the sun, the moon, and the goddess Freyja as his payment, it was Loki who found the way out. He transformed himself into a mare and lured away the builder's magical stallion so the wall could not be finished in time. The price of that trick was personal. Loki became the mother, yes, the mother, of an 8-legged foal named Sleipnir, the same 8-legged horse that Odin rides across the sky. The Allfather's steed is Loki's child. And when the goddess Idun was stolen by a giant, and without her apples of youth, the gods began to wither and grow old, it was Loki who flew into the land of the giants in borrowed falcon feathers and carried her home. The gods did not keep Loki around despite the trouble he caused. They kept him because no one else could undo trouble the way he could. But the old texts tell of another side of Loki's life. With a giantess of the ironwood Angerboda, he fathered 3 children: a wolf named Fenrir, a serpent named Jormungandr, and a half-dead daughter named Hel. When the gods heard the prophecies of the doom these children would bring, they did not wait. They hurled the serpent into the world ocean. They cast Hel down to rule the realm of the dead. And the wolf? They decided to chain. Fenrir had been raised among the gods, and only the brave god Tyr dared to feed him. When the gods tricked the wolf into being bound with an unbreakable magical ribbon, Fenrir suspected the trap and demanded that a god place a hand between his jaws as a pledge of good faith. Tyr did. The ribbon held, and Fenrir took Tyr's hand. Ask yourself, in that story, who betrayed whom? Even the old texts seem uneasy. They call the binding of the wolf necessary. They never call it honorable. Then came the event that broke everything. The death of Baldur, the shining son of Odin. Baldur was beloved by all creation, so his mother took oaths from fire and water, from iron and stone, from every beast and every plant, that none would ever harm him. All but one. A young sprig of mistletoe, thought too small to matter. The Prose Edda tells that Loki found that one forgotten weakness. He shaped the mistletoe into a dart and guided the hand of Baldur's blind brother as he threw it. Baldur fell dead, and the light went out of Asgard. The gods begged the Queen of the Dead to release him, and she agreed on one condition, that everything in the world would weep for Baldur, and everything did weep, except one old giantess sitting alone in a cave who answered coldly, "Let hell keep what she holds." The texts hint that the giantess was Loki in disguise. It was the point of no return. Whatever Loki had been before, after Baldur, there was no way back. In a poem called the Lokasenna, Loki crashes a feast of the gods and unleashes the truth. One by one, he turns to each god in the hall and drags their secrets into the light. Their affairs, their cowardice, their hypocrisy. It reads less like a villain gloating and more like a man burning every bridge he has left. He knows what is coming. He no longer cares. The vengeance of the gods was terrible. They hunted Loki down, and they dragged his family into it. One of his sons was turned into a wolf and made to tear out the throat of the other. With the entrails of his own dead child, the gods bound Loki across 3 stones in a cave. Above his face, they fixed a serpent, dripping burning venom, drop after drop, until the end of time. Only his wife, Sigyn, stayed. She stands beside him through the ages, holding a bowl to catch the venom. But when the bowl fills, she must turn away to empty it. And the venom strikes his face. The Old Norse said that when Loki writhes in his chains, the earth itself quakes. And there he waits. Because the prophecy says that when Ragnarok comes, Loki will break free. He will rise and steer a ship of the dead against Asgard, standing at the last battle, against the gods who were once his family. The fixer of Asgard will become its destroyer, and the gods have no one to blame but themselves. 1,000 years later, echoes of the trickster still flicker through Scandinavian folklore. In parts of Norway and Denmark, when the fire crackled and spat on the hearth, old sayings claimed the trickster was stirring. Folk traditions tied the dancing of flames and the shimmer of hot summer air to his restless spirit. And in some old Icelandic sources, the brightest star of the winter sky, Sirius, carried the name Lokabrenna, Loki's torch, burning far away in the dark. But here is the strangest part. Unlike Odin or Thor, Loki was never worshipped. No Viking wore a Loki amulet. No mountain, no fjord, no village in Norway bears his name. And maybe that is the final clue to who he really was. The Norse did not pray to Loki. They told stories about him, because every hall, every family, every age has one. The clever one, the dangerous one, the one who saves you in one season and ruins you in the next. Loki was never a god to kneel before. He was a mirror. Loki's chains will not hold forever. The prophecy of the Voluspa speaks of the signs, 3 winters with no summer between them, brothers killing brothers, the sun turning black in the sky. When those signs appear, Loki breaks free, and the end of all things begins. Next time, we follow the prophecy to its end, Ragnarok, Part 1, The Signs Before the End. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you want the old sagas to carry you into sleep tonight, the Sleep Sagas playlist is waiting on your screen. Until then, I'll see you by the next fire.